This is James Powell, and I want to talk just a few minutes about your church or ministry. One of the things that a lot of ministries struggle with is getting the word out and the name out about your church. You go door to door, you go put ads in the paper maybe, and do parades, go to festivals and do little booths. But what I want to talk to you about is a way to get your ministry connected to your community. We live in a very interactive world, and you have your smartphone, you have your tablet, you're on your computer, and most of the time, one of the things that happens is you can get caught up in old style thinking of how everything used to be, and in the business world, you have to keep on the cutting edge. Well, in my opinion, I used to be a pastor, and I still preach, fill in different churches. In my opinion, the church world is not staying on the cutting edge. So what I am wanting to offer you is an opportunity to be one of the beta churches that I would like to connect with and use you as a sample and a test. That test will include some innovative ways of getting your church out there to your local community. Also, what I am doing is creating a training to be able to allow churches or pastors to purchase it at a very low cost. And the churches that actually will do the beta will probably get the training free. But what I want to do is have this out there, and I'm wanting some feedback. And let me just talk a little bit about some of the things that we are looking at doing. One of the things we are actually looking at how to do keyword research for ministries. How to do keyword research for ministries. You know, you go on Google and you search for the local restaurant, the local store, whatever you're looking for. Well, how about how to do keyword research? That way people will know what about your church, and when they search for churches. 2, how to get your video to show up in Google search, and this kind of has tagged on the Google keyword research. And I know some of you say, well, I don't have a video and I don't use video. Well, let me just make a very blunt and very transparent statement. If you are not using video, you are not going to connect to your local community. I'm sorry, some people are in the church world do not like video, but that is the world we live in. Point blank. That's how it is. We can show you how to make your Google search show your video. Okay, how to geotag your church location. And I don't want to go into a lot of detail here, but there's Google Maps is a great thing. And on your cell phone, you have your location on your cell phone. So someone searching from their cell phone, finding a church, you can actually geotag your church, and it would pop up a lot quicker. Okay, possible website platforms to use. And if your church doesn't have a website, you're losing possible visitors. Websites aren't what they used to be, but they are still very important. Most people log on to a website, find out about the business. They also do the same thing for the church before they ever step foot, unless it's a national chain and they already know about it. But most people check out the website first. It's kind of like an electronic billboard, basically. Okay, we can give you, we're going to end this training, we're going to give suggestions of softwares to use, such as softwares in creating video, info videos, and different little inexpensive software to use so you yourself, you're not having to pay me or someone to create your videos, but it is software that you yourself, your pastor, or you as a pastor, or find a young person that loves to just join in and help. Tap into that resource and let them learn and plus help out the church. And last, I will give some info on the social media platforms to use and how to generate exposure and possible creating monetary support. So this is just out there for you that really are interested in connecting to your community, your church and ministries, connecting to your community. Whether you like it or not, as I said before, we live in an online world. And if you are not using the online tools to connect your community to your church, you are wasting your time. We live in an online world. That's the bottom line. I'm not saying print is gone, but print is diminishing. Look at the newspapers that are closing down, or the newspapers that are switching to digital. So, I'm asking for some feedback. What is some topics and training that you, the minister, the organizational leader, the church leaders, the denominational leaders, what is it that you would like to know about the online world? I'm not saying I know everything, but I can help guide and direct you. Thank you for watching. We hope to connect with many of you. Have a great day and God bless.